Cockroach eats everything. From poop. They eat poop, they eat any fruit, they eat garbage. They eat a lot. They live everywhere. Especially in garbage. That's where you will mainly find them. But they will live anywhere from cracks in your walls, from inside the floor. And it's literally just scary to see that they're there. It's very scary. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of the cockroaches. Those abominations should just stay in hell, but nah. But that was a weird question to start a conversation about, but an interesting one. An interesting question to start the day with. Well, the night with. It's been a while since someone actually asked me a question that actually made me think. And that actually made me think a lot. Because when I say cockroaches, there are many types, honestly. Why did they had to create that a creature? I do not know why God made it. I question why he made it. I think they are specifically made to be reduced to garbage that we have, whether we wanted it or not. Yes, we make garbage. That's true. But we didn't want to pollute the planet. And sadly, the planet's already polluted. We're cupped. Honestly, I wish that roaches never existed. It would have made things better. Yeah, that's what everyone assumes, that the double party did create the cockroach, but no one knows for sure. They said that it could be God created the cockroach just because of the fact that they wanted a way to get rid of trash. Some say it's a double. You know that those roaches are creatures that could actually eat it in the first place, and it's scary how big they get. I'm not gonna lie, like if you search up the biggest cockroach, they're pretty ugly and it's weird and disgusting that you even want to search it up. And I literally remember when I was at a young, I think it was either a 6th or 7th grader. There was an animal science teacher that actually brought in live cockroaches in like a little like see-through, like those things to carry pets. And it was like literally, they brought like live cockroaches for us to see, and it was just disgusting to see them. Like, it was just like, ew. No, he didn't even open it because he said these ones have wings. Yeah, roaches can have. Yeah, it's big and of course it had wings. And they they did not chop the wings off. They said that roaches who have wings are the ones that of course that have not really went through any like tight spaces. If it had tight spaces, they normally the wings get damaged or they break off because of the fact that well they go through cracks that are hard to go through normally with the wings on or without them. But of course, since this one had to go, of course, because mostly why most people said that they probably named the cockroach because well, where the hell did you think they found them? In poop. So this is what everyone assumed. Oh, cockroach ate poop. So, no one knows for sure if this literally how humans came up with the name, but I honestly do not know. I think it might be real because there are. There's some proof. There are some that actually been proven that they might be real. Big Bigfoot might be real because and some people have proven that of course that there are little creatures that were literally discovered that were very big as hell, and no one knows whether or not if it really is a Bigfoot or not. It's just that like well, but people actually found skeletons as bigger than a regular average human. Like there's literally ancient Egyptian people thinking that of course someone related to the so-called gods, aka the Isu, exists. And those who like easily gave God like the remix of human and Isu really become like people that are big as ogres, or in this case, Bigfoot. So this is why like some people believe that these legends might be real. I think some of them might be real because of the fact that well, if they did find giant skeletons, literally buried underground for years, and they're bigger than us, Katie. They're literally bigger than us. No one knows how big exactly. Some people do know just because like the scientists actually found them and actually like did the science to show proof that like look at these humans back then. Like well, how the hell were they this big? What's buried next to this human? Literally a 3 foot like or a 6 foot sword with them, buried with them. How the hell could they lift this up? That's literally what I keep hearing people say. They're like, how the hell did they lift that up? How the hell did they do this? So of course everyone assumes that of course that means that there must be giant humans. Honestly, there has to be the proof that there are humans that were bigger. That's the best way to explain it. Like if they're bigger, then this is why they're this big. Like otherwise, like some people think that they're related to gods, and of course scientists do not want to believe in the fact that there is a god, but they know that there's some sort of existence that is greater than us. No one knows for sure. This is why we and scientists and other people like teachers want proof. I always want proof as well. I know like a human that will say, or an author that will say that of course I want proof before I fully commence. But then again, there are things I've seen that cannot be explained. Some people will say I'm insane because I have actually seen ghosts. I've experienced some supernatural stuff. I'm not a fan of it. Like Liddy and ISS. I did tell you this once that, of course, that I took a photo because, like, well, Miss Maggie was being a gorilla, saying that, oh, the teachers are saying that we left the place dirty. Please take photo of the classroom and please send it to me to show proof that we clean. We always do our best to clean the classroom and show that we do not leave the classroom dirty. That it's their own students that could leave it dirty, so I always take photos at the classroom. I clean up, and of course, I'm usually the one by myself, or some other person's always there also helping clean up, like Dickie, Andy, or the others. Also help clean up. Even your teacher, I already forgot what the hell her name is. She helps clean up. The other teachers help clean up. They do their best. They're like, ooh, ooh, let's clean up this place nice, so, and then leave. Every time I take a photo, it's always the same thing, Katie. I always see like a weird, like, you know, like when your phone like tries to take like zoom in on people's faces. That's really what I saw every time I take a photo of the classroom when I'm alone. It's really like two squares always like randomly like popping up out of the blue, like my phone saying that there's people there, and even though I do not see people, like there's clearly no one there. There's no photos in the teacher's desk to make me assume that, oh, like my camera saw the photo, so it's gonna focus on those teachers' faces, but those teachers' desks are clean. They don't even have a photo. So what the hell is my camera focusing on? It must be ghosts in theory. Even in other workplaces I've been, I'll always find out eventually that, oh, this place used to be haunted. Because for me, during the summer, like when we're getting closer to like summer vacation, there was a program I was in. Literally, we turn off all the ACs, and then for some reason, it's always the fourth floor and the second floor cold as hell. The thing is, we make sure we power everything off. The AC's not on, the windows are not open, and for some reason, second floor, it's always cold, even though the windows instantly is open, even though we remember, me and my co-workers remember that we closed the window. Second floor is always like that. Even though it's summer, for some reason that floor is always cold. The window's always open, even though we remember we shut the window closed. It will always be open somewhere near any time of the day. Even at night, we always hear reports that the window's open again. Because literally, the boss lady for this job in Immigrant Social Service Incorporated, the one where I met Oreo in, so that was my first job. The boss lady herself always goes into the office, and her office is literally on the second floor. So that's literally what the first thing I hear. She said that she always notices that the window's open early in the morning. She knows that we said that we took a picture, that we closed the window, and we left. We secured the office before we leave. After we time ourselves out, we read ourselves out to say that, of course, like, oh, we left at this time, we recleaned this office at this time, and we're good. We just go home. From there, we lock up, everything's secure. But of course, there's always stuff like that that surprises us, and we're like, the hell? We know we didn't do this, we know we did that, and somehow things are like that. No one knows why it happens like this. But yeah, it does happen, and this is why, like, with some superstitious things actually occur, and I honestly start panicking. I don't want to panic, but I do.